here we are, Lore Bible. So let's give you guys the command in case some of you don't have the link, because this currently isn't anywhere on the website. It's not linked anywhere on the website, but the plan is I'm going to make like a sort of button or banner quite high up with a link to this, because this is going to be a huge resource for us all. It's going to have all the information, including the character profiles from this point on will all be on here instead of where it is currently. So this will be getting deleted when we've moved everybody's profiles over. So if we have a quick look at our Trello, that is one of our currently working on tasks. So Lore Bible do profiles for community member characters, which is what we're doing. We're going to try and do as many as possible today, and then finish the second half off on Wednesday's stream. And the other thing we've been doing is tidying up Lakefall and Everbloom Forest maps. We recently have done a complete overhaul and improvement of them. There's not really that much of a difference. Like, I tried the best to keep it looking the same, because I really liked the level design and look of those places in general. So it's the same in regards to aesthetics and how it all looks. The only difference is there's a few visual improvements on certain parts, and we've also changed from parallax maps to tile sets as well, just to allow us a lot more flexibility and options in regards to the game and what we can do that parallax maps limited us to doing. So in regards to how that's going, just to give you all an update, because we're putting that to the side a bit this week, we might revisit it at the end of the week, but I'll be finalising that off stream. It's very close to being done now. It's just adding the extra details at this point, but yeah, it's like 90% there now, that is, which is super good, because we've done that quite fast. It's been just about a week since we started redoing that. So we're moving on to this now, because this is also a super important thing we need to get done, and then after that we'll be looking back at this stuff. But in terms of battle mechanics, that might be something I put on hold and work on off stream, and start and like continue to perfect off stream while we work more on this sort of thing and these things here, because the battle mechanics are hard and it's an ongoing thing that'll always need balancing throughout episode 1's development. So in terms of battle mechanics, they'll probably never be finished, if you know what I mean. These are never going to be things that'll just be put into the done category fast, because it'll be something that we ongoingly try to balance and improve. But we still need to finalise that scene in Main Quest 2, but I don't think it'll be long until we start having a think about the next quest and what's going to happen next. I've always said I'm wary about starting new content when we've still got old content to do, but as long as it's only the battle mechanics, I don't mind. I won't want a huge list of things that we need to improve and do, but if it's just the battle mechanics that need doing but everything else is done and working fine, then I'm cool to move on to the new content. So we'll see how it goes, but it won't be long until we progress and start thinking more about what's going to happen next, so that'll be fun. And hi Xaver, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. And Van, how are you doing, Van? It's good to see you as well. Oh my goodness, you are gonna get all the raindrops, Xaver. I know so. And as for Van, I want to say, Van, maybe expect a DM from me in the next couple of weeks, the next week or two maybe, because I'm gonna get back into thinking of that outline for the story again and actively thinking where things are gonna go, because I'm I'm thinking we need to start moving on to main quest 3 and potentially side quest content, because there's a lot more to do story wise for episode 1 that I don't really want to wait too long to do, because we could be here till next Christmas. If we like keep wanting to perfect battle mechanics all the time, we will be here forever and we'll never get any new content done, because I'm realizing how time consuming these particular tasks are, and it doesn't mean I'll neglect the battle mechanics, by the way. It's still something I'm going to be working on. We'll still probably have streams for battle mechanics when it feels like a good point, but I am putting it on a slight backseat to focus on everything but battle mechanics for now as well, because I think it was Ultimac, might be wrong, correct me if I'm wrong, gave a very, very good bit of advice last stream in regards to battle mechanics, that it's sometimes wise to like do that last, which balancing, yes, it makes sense to do last. I still think, yeah, it's nice to think about things like the skills and the enemies that are going to be there and how they're going to work mechanically in battles, but it doesn't need to be 100% perfect, because you'll be here forever. I'll be here forever trying to make it perfect. And we've got some cool quests and cool story stuff to do, and a cool world to build. Sounds great. Hey, yeah, just let me know when you want to chat. I'm not always on Discord, but I can keep an eye out if I know. Yeah, and no pressure on your end too. Like, if I do send you a message, don't feel rushed to get back to me within like 24 hours or anything. This is something we can take our sweet time with and enjoy and think about carefully. Okay, so guys, now I've talked about that because I wanted to give you all just a catch up on where we are, but right now we are focusing on these 2 particular tasks. This I'll be doing off stream this week, finishing it off. So we're working on this now. We're going to get all those profiles in. I'll be really happy to get them all in on our lore Bible. I think that'd be a really cool thing. So I'm going to cross Trello off for now because we don't need it. So far, this is how it's looking on our lore Bible, guys. I've set it up so we've got a characters folder, with current and future. So anybody who's already in the game will be under the current folder. So we have main characters and playable heroes here. Rose is the only playable hero in the game so far, which means that she's the only one there. And we got the main characters, which are the barrels, and the container characters, which they kind of are our face of the whole story and game, I guess. They will be pretty pivotal, not just in episode 1, but in all the episodes to come as well. But you know, at this stage, we've only seen them in a flashback, and they might get mentioned again, and we might get a second flashback. But at this point, we don't know how much more of them we're going to see in episode 1. It's still very much in the open, but they're characters that are going to be key throughout all the episodes, really. We're very attached. They're too good. They're too amazing to not have us to make an effort on, and also playable heroes. So the ones we've done so far, these are community characters. Put them in under the future folder because none of them are in the game yet. And every other playable character will go in this under here too, because none of them apart from Rose and your hero, of course, that you create are in the game so far. But there's a chance that another 1 or 2 characters will probably be introduced to the party in episode 1. Who they will be, it'll all depend on who fits the best lore and story wise. So playable heroes, we're going to revisit those in a bit because we've done half of them. We got another half to add, but we'll be adding the second half once we've finished the first batch of NPCs that we need to add. So we'll be adding a folder for NPCs now. Okay, let's think of how to arrange this, because I did categorize these NPCs. So we'll have to make the folders for them. And of course, again guys, if anyone's interested in having a peek while we do this, our lore Bible's right there. Right, let me find out where I've put those NPC. Here it is. Okay, so at the moment I've got 5 NPC types: leader, noble, soldier, citizen and drifter. But I'm thinking of temporarily scrapping the soldier one. Because a lot of the soldiers we have in the game so far are ex-soldiers, and they might actually go in under the drifter or citizen category better. So we'll think about that soon. But first, okay. So we got to get all organised here. So articles and categories, here it all is. Right, so here's our folders. Main characters, playable heroes, allies, antagonists, citizens. So that's how we did it before. We called them allies and antagonists, which is still going to be a thing. There's always people who are allies, antagonists, or neutral to you when you first meet them. But because what they are may change depending on your choices you make as the hero in the game, it feels probably more smarter not to make the ally antagonist thing the main focus. So we'll be using types instead. So I'm going to delete those. I'm trying to remember how to do that. Yeah, just delete that. Okay, so add a category. Here we go then. So we'll just scrap the soldier for now, so it'll just be leader, drifter. I don't even think we have any nobles yet. So we'll actually just have it as the 3 types for now: leader, drifter and citizen. Perhaps. Because there's a fair few for each of those categories. Actually, no, what am I doing? We're going to have those types, of course, but first we can have NPC. So NPC is the category that we're going to have. So main characters, playable heroes, NPCs. We need it to have an S at the end. And of course we want NPCs for the future characters as well. Put that there. And the types are going to go under there. Just so we don't like have a massive list of uncategorized NPCs. So, and it's easier for me as well to like think of who's going to be in towns and cities and who's going to be just wandering the lands or having the whole citizen and drifter thing split. Is the Trello page public for us to view? Yeah, it should be, Zava. Actually, I can give you guys a command for that too. It usually pops up on the timer, that does. But there you go. If you want to have a peek at that, you're more than welcome to. Alright, so leader. I'm going to do it twice because we need it 3 times. And although there's not going to be many of these that will be going in the first part, the current, all the NPCs will be going under future. Because right now the only NPCs we have in the game are Carol the Barrel and her companions, the Fruits, and Fiona and Nigel Buckington. Like, they're the only ones, and any of the Lakefall NPCs, but we haven't spent much time with them yet. But if ever anyone in the future list, of course, gets moved into the game currently, then it's easy peasy. We just move their profile up to the current. There we go. I think that's it. Citizen. I'm thinking of changing the leader name to ruler. But I'm not sure. It's hard to know what the best wording is sometimes, so it fits all the characters that you put in. But we'll keep it as a... Yeah, I think ruler might sound better with as the word. When you think of those 3 together, it sounds better: ruler, citizen, and drifter. So we'll see how that goes for now. But if we ever want to change our minds, it's easy enough to do. So yeah, all the NPCs that we do will be put in those folders. So we'll be doing Rex, Bocco, and Traitoro first, and then we'll move on to these 6 here, and then we got the minor NPCs to do too. But minor NPCs is getting scrapped. It's just NPCs now. Mia, thank you so much for that host. How are you doing, you lovely human being? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Right, so Chub Cheeks and Rex first. Their characters. They're both reptiles, and they are also both leaders of like their reptile tribe, should I say. And that's why I wondered about the ruler word, because I didn't know whether it was quite fitting for them. But I think it's okay. Hello, Mia. I found out something cool. Your name, Suprex Invader, has got raindrops on it, Mia. So I can transfer some of those over to Meabyte. There's not loads on there, but I want it, it's only right that you get those back so you can get a boost in raindrops. There's 59 raindrops on there, so we'll get those put on. Yay, I know. It just came in my mind over the weekend. It was like, oh my goodness, Mia used to be called Suprex Invader. Maybe she's got raindrops on there. And I was right. I searched and you have. So let's get those 59 points on Meabyte. Give you a little bit of a boost at least. So you got 204 at the moment, so it'll now be 263. Huzzah! Damn, that's how full it is. It's super cool, isn't it? I knew you'd like that. So that's what you had at the moment. Now, if you check it again, you'll see that you've got more now. You've got 59 added. So that's the one thing about when people change their names, they lose their currency on Streamlabs chatbot, which is a bit of a bummer. But it's easy enough to do, like as long as the person tells me that they've changed their name. Or I figure it out that they've had a name change. That can happen too, like this time. Then it's easy enough to do. You can get your raindrops back because it's all the records that are there. So yeah, but it'd be nice if they did it automatically. I think that'd be super cool. Heck yeah, I know. Tetsu's showing off Tsunami in chat. My goodness, guys. And look at how many I've got as well. Oh, I've done it wrong. The streamer's done the command wrong. There we go. I'm that. I'm not even the highest rank, and I'm the streamer. Oh my goodness. I'm going to be a Leviathan soon, though, guys. It's going to be exciting. Tetsu just making me look like small big. Tetsu is pro. Tetsu is like probably, apart from Rex and myself, the lurkiest lurker ever in the history of streams. Cannot get over the commitment of the lurking. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Tetsu, so much. And 96. Oh, Holdy, you've nearly got 100. GG. Okay, so for now, we're splitting the NPCs that we've got, whether they be community character NPCs or NPCs that we create on stream that aren't community characters. Any that get introduced to the game that we make a bio for, we're going to put them under one of these 3 categories for now, and we might eventually add more, like soldier and noble and adventurer and all sorts. As we get more NPCs and we can get a bit more specific, but for now we've only got, you know, a handful, a dozen or so, so we don't want to have too many categories at this stage, because that'll be too much. I can't think what I'm trying to say, but you know, only like 1 or 2 characters per category, and it would feel a little bit confuzzling when we're looking through the folders then. But as we get more, then maybe. So we're going to do Rex and Chubb's characters first. They will be going under future characters for now. But both of those characters, specifically Rex's character, will very, very likely be in episode 1. Chub Cheeks is very predominant in the story. But whether he shows his face in episode 1 and we meet him, we don't know. So they'll be going under future characters for now, but there's a chance 1 or 2 of them will be put into current when we add the new content. Whenever they show their face in the story, they'll get moved to there. Now, I've put episode 1, 2 or 3 plus at the moment because we don't know how many episodes we're going to have at this stage. I know we'll have at least 3. I mean, we could have 20 for all we know, but we don't want to get too ambitious just yet. So 3 plus will do for now. Commands. Oh yeah, we don't have a commands command. But if there's anything you're interested in, Xavier, in particular, let me know if you want to see, and I'll show you the command. No problem. LOL, I'm small. I never miss a stream, just normally lurking. Lurkers are awesome, guys. Please know that. Now, there's a lot of rubbish going around lately that streamers don't appreciate their lurkers, and that they don't like partnered streamers coming in their channels. That's another one I've heard. Looking at what was on Twitter last night, and it just baffles me that anybody would not appreciate that. Whoever lurks or comes in your stream, no matter who it is, they're giving you their time, for God's sake. Anybody should be grateful of that. Why not? Moonshadow, how you doing? It's lovely to see you. I miss you, Moonshadow. I hope you're doing fantastic. How are you, Moon? And I have no idea, Xavier, why people are weird. People are just bizarre with their mindsets. And did I tell you I hit my cat goal? Cat proofing the house? Yeah, you did, Mia. You mentioned last week, and because I asked, I was like, did you hit it? How did the stream go? And you said that you got it, and I was really excited. And now I want to see the cat. As soon as you get that cat, Mia, I want to see photos, because I'm a big fan of animals. I love them. We even got an adorable pets channel in my Discord, so Sounds like people trying to spread rumours, he. Working and lurking here. It's been all the talk on the Twitter and that lately, and people, you know, all I want to say is that lurkers are loved here, and anyone who chooses to come in the stream, no matter who they are, is always going to be welcome here, as long as they're not a complete 12-year-old incel, then they're not allowed. But anybody who's a nice human being can come here. I had the option for a beautiful black cat, but she got reversed. Beautiful black one. Also, I did hear, I mean, I might be wrong here, but somebody told me that female cats are the ones that are the house cats, and the boy cats are the ones that go outside all the time, the street rats. I don't know if there's any truth in that, but from what I've seen myself, there seems to be a bit of truth in it, because my cat was a female and she was a house cat, and my sister's cat's a female, one of them, and they're a house cat too. And the boy cats that we've always had, or friends have had, have always seemed to have been street rats, so it is a bit of a coincidence. It's probably because they want to mate, don't they? They want to go on the prowl, and the females just, you know, they're just like, screw you, I want to stay inside. So I'm going to alert mode now. Love you guys. Awesome, Ava. Have a good luck and have an awesome Monday. Thank you for hanging out and being awesome. Hey, Twinsy Moon says, Moon, how are you doing? How has life been? Give us a bit of catch up. And hi, Echo. All right, let's get the important stuff across. How many romance options will there be? LOL, Echo. That's a great question. At this point, because me as the creator, I try not to put too much on my shoulders so early on, but we are being quite ambitious about it, but pretty brief about what it's going to be like at this stage. But we have ideas. If I'm able to, I would love to have as many romance options as possible. Can't give a number at this stage, but it would be nice to have a good selection of choice. And also, our romancing in the game is going to be the best romance system you'll ever see, because we're going to be doing things like, each of the characters will have gender preferences. If you choose to not romance them, the goal will be for them to romance other NPCs instead of you. So it kind of shows that not everything revolves around the hero. If the NPCs, Carol might fall for an NPC if you choose to not romance Carol, for example. And yeah, so it's gonna be fun. You've got to have a romance system in an RPG, haven't you? A lot, Van says, yeah. As Van says, a lot is kind of the number at the moment. We can't give a number, but we're trying to be ambitious, but do what is possible. We want to stretch the engine as much as we possibly can. And whatever we can't do, then there's nothing we can do about that, but we'll do as much as we can. That's really it. I'm going to make myself a delicious bagel. BRB, that sounds yummy. I want one now. I want one. I haven't had a bagel in ages. But Echo, welcome to the stream. It's lovely to meet you. I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. And, romance. Gotta have the game with romance. I'm glad you asked that question. Okay, so trying to think how to best do this. I'm thinking of getting a template in for each of the characters first. Might be easier to do it that way. So here we go. I think this is where, still getting my head around this World Anvil thing, and I don't even know where you create an article now. Articles and categories. Here. I thought it'd be that, but it isn't. quick content creation. Maybe that's it. Oh, that's quick content creation. I mean, we could do it this way. So character and Rex. And it'll be in it's confusing because there's two rulers, but we'll see which one we get. So create article. Let's see how this goes. Because there's a lot of profiles to do, guys. A lot to do. For future NPCs. Okay, so I think we've accidentally put him. Yeah, we've accidentally put him in the wrong ruler, which I thought might happen. So refresh. Thanks a lot. I hope you're doing great as well. Apart from the absolutely boiling heat, I'm doing great. I'm not one for the melting kind of heat, I have to say. Melting heat isn't my cup of tea. Navigation. So it's actually the first one if I want it to appear under future NPCs. And also, guys, I'm going to give you the Law Bible link again, only because this isn't really shown off on the website at all yet, so I want to make sure people know how to easily get to it. There we go. So I need to add an S at the end of these words, actually. So we've got playable heroes, main characters, NPCs, and then we've got rulers, citizens, drifters, there we go. I think that saves automatically. So back to the articles. Okay, so let's click on his profile and see how it's looking. I'm thinking of, to make it a little bit easier on ourselves, to get the templates in on each of their articles, and then we can get the content in, the unique content after. So at the moment we've just got Rex with nothing there. This is the goal of what we want it to look like. So let me just show you a profile as an example of what we're doing. So this is my character's profile. So we're going to get all the info in. And what I like about his profiles is that we can potentially expand on them if we wish with more details. Like we might have a romanceable yes or no sort of thing added here at some point when we start working out who's going to be romanceable and who isn't. And we wouldn't have been able to edit the character images that we used to have as easily, so it's going to be just way easier on ourselves. Okay, so edit article. Right, so I'm going to go open another character's article so we can get a template. We'll open mine. We'll go on, yeah, text editor is a bit easier. Okay, so I'm going to say text here, text here, text here, text here, So I don't want to have it empty because I might forget how it was formatted. So just adding text here will show me where the text has to go. And I'm going to put one, just for now, because we don't have their image. So if we do that, open the profile. Oh! So me putting 111 got some really strange thing. I don't like it. We'll get rid of that. Save changes. I didn't think anything would show up. Okay, there we go. And we've got another section as well to do. Under, yeah, it's here. So under sections, sidebar sections, we have this. I submitted by text here. And I'll get rid of the image. Text here. And then we have another section. I think this is the last bit now. There we go. Save. Vagabond, how you doing? Welcome back to the stream. How are you today? Did you have a good weekend? How goes? More lore. I know. Lore is fun. Lore is always fun. We're getting in our profiles. That is the goal. That is the goal of the next couple of streams, folks. If you want to have a little peek, we've got a channel in our Discord called Characters Places. And this is currently where we list all our community characters, but this will be getting deleted once we've transferred everything to the Lore Bible. So now's your chance to look and keep track of things. I'm kind of marking the ones that we've done, and then once everyone's done, then that's it, then we can delete it. That'll be exciting times. So getting the templates of everybody's in first. So there's Rex's, and I've put everybody's info into a text file here. Not everybody's, by the way. There's a couple more that I've still got to write up. We can do that after. Weekend was bonkers. Finished a new level in Current Simulator and then had some awesome stuff in the Unity project. Oh, well, that sounds like a very productive weekend. Good job. Exciting. You excited? How far are you through the Current Simulator development? You might have said already, but remind me if not. And yeah, I see it all in the Discord. So much stuff, I know, right? So many, and there's going to be even more over time because we've only been doing this for a year on stream. These are all the community characters we gathered over the space of a year. So imagine how many we could potentially have when we're like mid-game and end-game. But that's why we raised the raindrop requirement, because it used to be 500 raindrops, folks, to be a character in the game. And we recently raised it to 1,000 because it got to the point where I felt like we don't want to have too many that we can't keep up. But the good thing about NPCs is that you can never not have enough NPCs. NPCs can populate towns, villages. So even if we ended up with a lot, they'd live somewhere. They'd be somewhere. We'd find a place for them. Because we're having to make up a lot of NPCs anyway. We'll always be making up NPCs. We're not going to just have the community member characters because we need to fill the game up with all sorts of quirky characters. And Rose, hi MT, how are you doing? Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a great week. Dog NPC, yeah. Where's he gone? There was a doggo walking across. And he'll be here somewhere. We've got all sorts of races in Raindrop Chronicles, so yeah, it's a world populated with humans, elves, fairies, neckos, dwarves, felines, canines, and reptiles. So it's a very diverse world, and that's fun. I mean, we've even got barrels, but you can't be a barrel in the game because they're characters that are special. They're special characters. They're not actually a race. Okay, so back to Karen Sim needs one more level, then we'll be doing a short bit, then it'll be out later this month. Oh, that's super fun. Well, good luck with that. I'll be keeping my eye out. Okay, so is there a way to turn this into a template? Because that will make things a bit easier when we add new articles. Then it'll save us just copying and pasting all that stuff for everything. I'm still getting my head around this World Anvil. It's marvellous though. It's a great little tool. But there's a bit of a learning curve with it. So I don't think you can like copy and paste articles from what I can see. I'm sure there is a way to have like do what I'm trying to do, but I'll do a Google. I'll do a quick Google to find out. So World Anvil, copy, duplicate articles. I can't seem to catch a stream for more than a few minutes during break. Oh no! Well, it's still lovely to see you, even if you can only hop in for a few minutes. Still wonderful. Say hello. You just pop by whenever you fancy emptying, whenever you're able to. The copy button is in the article list only copies a small code, so you cannot do that. Oh, duplicate articles is not currently possible, so manually copying and pasting everything is the only. Oh, right. Okay, so unfortunately, it's not possible to just, I mean, it would be way easier if we could do that, but we're going to have to do it all manually then. Add everyone's profiles in manually. Okay, so I think because of that, what I'm actually going to do then is I'm going to make a template. Because this one that we do now will eventually be filled in with stuff, so I'm going to call this character template. And I'm going to not have it as a category, and it's not going to be public either, of course. It's only going to be a template, and then we'll just copy and paste the stuff from that one, and I'll keep it tabbed open as well. Nice, so you'll finish the map. It's not, I'd say it's 90% done, but I'm going to be finishing the rest off stream because it's all just little bits and bobs now at this point. And I thought it'd be a really good job to get some more character profiles done this week. So the goal is to get everybody's in by the end of the week. So we'll see how it all goes. And then we can, the week after that, we can carry on with the game dev. We'll tidy up everything that needs tidying up. And then eventually, once we're at a point where I think, okay, then we'll start adding the new content, main quest 3 and anything, any world building that we want to do in Everbloom Forest Lightfall, NPC character development for the people living there, side quests, potentially. Probably won't be until September onwards, the fall months, when we start really getting into the new content. But I want to make sure that what we've done so far is at least at a good stage before we jump into creating adding new quests and stuff. Not too obsessed with getting the battle system side of things perfect, but as long as everything else is done content wise, then I'm happy to start new content. So we'll see how it goes. So edit BRB, enjoy the BRB holder. Hope it's a good BRB. Hope it work and all some sprites are going well. Why is this here? Go away. Go away. I can't seem to cross it off. Oh, okay. If I click that, then it goes off. Good. Okay, so all this that I've put in for Rex's character, I'm going to just get in here in our template. And there's just 3 sections to copy and paste, I think. I'm going to copy that again because I think the alignment went a bit weird. Yeah, that should be okay. So save. And this is just here for the purpose of having a template for all our characters. Okay, so I'm going to keep that one tabbed open, so it'll be easier to copy and paste the template in. Considering we can't copy and paste articles, we'll have to do it that way. And now we can cross Rose's off because we don't need to use hers for the template anymore. Okay, so right, why is this screwed up here? That actually shouldn't be down there. That should be on the side. Is that what all the other profiles are like too? Let's just see. Something might have gone wrong, you see. I'll have to look into it if so. Yeah, this is how it's meant to be. So something must have gone wrong when copying and pasting this. We have to open Roses again. Probably working in the visual editor did that. Can mess things up sometimes if you do that. So I'm gonna have to make sure I stay in the text editor to avoid things getting messed up. Just have a look what went wrong. So I think what went wrong is actually in this section here. I don't know, that's weird. They both look the same to me. Maybe it's because there's no text in there why it's like that. We'll look, we'll add text and then see, shall we? Also, I'm not meant to be in that section. 27 raindrops. Oh my gosh, top 1,000. I didn't know you made the top. You're already needing the top 700. That's fast. You met us how long ago? Was it a week ago? GG Vagabond. I was 27 raindrops last stream. How do I earn raindrops? Really? You do get raindrops every 10 minutes you're in stream. You get one. So it should go up. I hope you guys are getting your raindrops, because I'm going to be very unhappy if you're not. We did, funny enough, we did have a problem with the bot this morning, well this afternoon at the start stream, but I fixed it within 5 minutes. So for 5 minutes you guys weren't getting raindrops because the bot wasn't connected to the server, but then when I realised it wasn't, everything should be live and fine now. Gotcha, thanks. Yeah, so if it's staying at 27, I mean, if it hasn't been 10 minutes, then that would explain it, but it should go up to 28 after 10 minutes has passed. So it's a bit of a slow grind, but you'll get there. I'll test again later. Yeah, it's good to know these things. I mean, the good thing is you guys that are new to the stream are getting raindrops, because you would have zero otherwise. So it has been working, but hopefully, all I can say is maybe it was just the little bit of trouble we had earlier in the stream with the bot connecting, but it should be working from now. It was only like that for about 20 minutes, I'd say. So we'll see. I do a similar reward system on my channel, but we use stream points. Of course, it also has issues sometimes. Yeah, sometimes tech can get in the way and be a butt face to us. But most of the time, like, you know, the raindrop stuff works fine. So yeah, just bear with it if we ever get issues with the bot. I mean, that was the first time in like all my years of streaming today that we did have an issue with the bot. So it doesn't happen very often, which is a relief. But yeah, in 10 minutes, do it again, and we'll see if it's gone up to 28. So fingers crossed. Let me just check something quick. So yeah, I'm looking at Mia Bites because I gave Mia Bites some raindrops today, because she, on her old account, she had 59 on there and she changed her name. So I gave her those 59 on her new account. And I think she had 263, and now she's got 263, and now she's got 266. So it does seem to be working. So yeah, hopefully. Okay guys, so back to the Law Bible. Well, filling his info, and we'll hope it does it properly. So we also have to add the images too. We'll do that after, when all the text is in. I like it to stay on the text editor automatically. I think that would be cool. Because I sometimes accidentally end up editing it all in the visual editor and it screws with everything. So let's save that. I just want to, I'm like, why is that down there? I might have actually, I think I might know what it is. I'll check in a sec. Oh, I wonder what was meant to be there. Okay, right, so I think what it is sidebar sections. I've put it into the wrong sidebar section, so it's meant to be in sidebar content panel top. What it is, because that's usually why it would do that. World Anvil, what are you doing? I'm gonna figure this out. I'm determined. Yeah, because from what I can see, their profiles look identical. But I probably missed something very obvious. I'm gonna just have a look, guys. I'm gonna get into focus mode to figure out what I've done wrong on these profiles. I'm gonna do spot the difference with them. It might be the lack of image, actually, that might be doing it. So I'm actually going to put an image, just an image in there, even though it's not going to be the right one. That might solve the problem. If it does, I'm a genius. So it didn't. Okay. Okay, so why is that there? Why is rulers there? Because that actually isn't on. That actually isn't on Rosie's profile, so it's probably that. So for some reason, let's have a look. Okay, let's go in the navigation section on Rose. Purple heroes. Okay, maybe. Surely it can't just be that. Yeah, that is strange. Also, oh, thank you for the extra follower, by the way. That was on 4 followers. Just. Sorry. Huzzah. Huzzah. Thank you, Otty Dotty, for that follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Yeah, as you can see, guys, like I was right. Rulers should actually be down here. But for this profile, it's up there, and I think that's why it's messing up with the alignment down here. That's what I'm thinking is going on here, but I can't work out what I've done differently. So we're going to just spot the difference. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, nothing's in that one. 31 raindrops. Has yours gone up? I remember, I'm pretty sure Sorta did it earlier in the stream. I'm gonna look. I'm going back in chat now. Or was that the first time we've done it this stream? It went up, yay. I went back in chat just to say, but I couldn't see it. I think that's the first time you check your raindrops. So it went up, I just became a drizzle, or I might have just missed it. And thank you, Powered, for that follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good day. Yay for a drizzle. Yay for drizzles. This is just bizarre. Like, of all the things I would have expected that to go wrong, it wouldn't have been this. So I'm just trying to change the image to that again, because that's literally the only thing that's different, I think. That was him. I went random. It was the image not being there that did it. Makes sense though, I guess. Sort of. But it's there now. Just says that he's just got me there as a template now. I'm glad we sorted that out, thank goodness. Yeah, let's get Rex's character images in so we don't just have my face there then. So, there we go. And we change this to there. I think that's exactly what it says on his character sheet. Let's just check. Yeah. That's how it is. Well, I'm glad I've solved that little problem. Okay, so I've got a special folder for all these characters where they can go in. It's called Lore Bible Images, I think. Trying to keep everything nice and categorised. It can get very confusing when you're making a game and got a lot of images on your computer, so there, saved that one. Also, one thing I want to mention, I mean, Chub Cheeks isn't here right now, but I'm going to mention it anyway because I think it's pretty cool. I've changed Chub Cheeks' visual look just a tad. That's what he looked like before. And that's what he looks like now. I've made it so he's got a reptile armoured nose instead of a flat armour because he's a reptile. And why would he like suffer and have his poor nose squished on this helmet? Yeah. So he's like that. At the end of the day, the helmet's not used for disguise, so he's perfectly fine to have a reptile-shaped helmet, and I've done it for his sprite as well. So his sprite, I managed to make his nose stick out. I made sure that the shape of the nose matched with what the reptile shape of the nose is. So I'm pretty happy with that one, considering I'm no artist. But there we go. So we'll do Chubs in a bit. We'll focus on Rex's for now. So Rex character sprite, yep, he's there. So let's get those images in. Got a section somewhere here for images and files. There we go. So we'll upload those. So, banner. There's 3 images for everybody's profile. Their banner, their sprite, in all like walking in all directions, and their avatar. So there we go, they're in now. So copy the avatar first. Sprite. Oh, actually no, the sprite's meant to be there, and the avatar is in the other section. There we go, and there. That's it. Okay, so if I save it now, it should all update with the correct images. Hooray. There we go. We'll move that across a bit just so you guys actually don't get any text cut off. Let's see, banner now. So now to get the rest of the text in. So what is its biggest flaw? If I see any typos, I'll delete them, because I did actually notice I made a few typos and I've been in there this whole time. Okay, so he appreciates and admires all the animal kin, not necessarily just the reptiles. So that's an interesting point as well about this character. Deepest, darkest secret is pretty interesting too. Who could that human be? He was close friends with the human, but their parents told him it wasn't a good idea to hang out with someone like me, so he turned his back on me. Not only that, he started opening the rain in front of other humans. So, calm. It's probably going to be easier to not have to copy this word for word, because these are short bits. So calm, optimistic, deceitful. Controlled, cautious. Narrow-minded, reserved, and rebellious. Oh, we accidentally kept rebellious in there, so I have to make sure to get rid of that on the template. Text here, there. Also, we need an extra question. Just realised. It's Not everybody answers this question, so some characters don't have it, but it's basically anything else you would like to tell us. So we should probably have that on the template too. Wow, bit of lag there. Sorry guys. Van, surely but surely my Monday has become busy. Oh no, has it? Hi Eb, welcome to the stream by the way. Thank you for that host. I appreciate that. Monday is always the worst day of the week. That's why I stream for you guys, so it's a little bit better. Sort of it's a bit better than how it normally would be. Everyone is do this, do that, crazy, but I'm glad for the work. They should let you chill. It's a very hot day, that's the excuse. But is it? I don't think it's as hot where you are, is it? Right now. Anything else you'd like to tell us? So, I think this is the last bit, I think, that we need. There we go. So we've got that in, we've got that in. So we got to add all the extra little bits of information now, I think, which is on this section. So here, species and kind would be reptile. Class is, well, this is an interesting one because Rex's character is going to be an optional playable character because Rex approached me about it. He said he was interested in becoming an antagonist that might become an ally of the heroes if, and only if, they like sympathise with the reptiles and their cause, but if not, then he'll stay an antagonist. Because his character is all about the humanity of the beast tribes, the beast races and the reptiles, you know, and being treated fairly. And that's what makes him an antagonist, the fact they've been mistreated. So if you as the hero start becoming a reptile sympathiser, he might no longer be an antagonist, which will give an option for him to be an optional playable character in the game. Which I was very keen on because I think it's a cool thing to have secret playable characters that you only gain under certain circumstances. So that's why he's not there under playable characters, because the secret one is a secret optional one. But of course we're gonna have to write somewhere in his profile that he is a secret playable character. The class is cleric as well. So, and oh, it will get up to 106 Fahrenheit degrees today. Oh my goodness, that is unbearable. Do you like the heat, Van? So he is under NPC and not under playable character, of course, and I think anybody that is going to be an optional playable character should remain under NPC. But in the future, say if we get more optional playable characters, I might make a specific folder called optional playable characters, but we don't have enough in the game at present to do that, so we'll just keep him under the NPC category for now. And I'm gonna get rid of the class just because he, you know, we haven't established him as a playable character yet, but just so we all know he's gonna be one. I'll probably once we've got everybody's profiles in this lore Bible, I might in the future think of little headings and sections we can add to expand on people's profiles, but for now we're going to just keep it as basic as the character sheets were for now. Full name, we don't know. So if there's a character, like in the character sheet, they've only given their first name. And a lot of them have. I tend to put just question mark, question mark, question mark for full name. Because some of you have given full names and others of you have kept your character's name quite vague. But, gender is male. Hair colour, he doesn't have any, so I'm going to get, because he's a reptile, he's not going to have a hair colour one. Obviously the barrels didn't have that as a category. The eye colour is black. I think that's what it was filled in as on Rex's character sheet, but I might have to double check. So give me a sec, guys, because I'm going to open the Google form, the original character sheet, to make sure. Thank you, Roger Spoons, for the follow. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a great day. Happy Monday. I like your name. Spoons are nice because we can eat desserts with spoons, so they're very, very nice. Hi, Master Emerald. How are you doing? It's good to see you. We're doing lore profiles. We're getting all your characters converted, transferred over to the lore Bible now. So I was going to ask you, Master Emerald, because you did actually mention that your character's non-binary. So instead of having female as gender, would you like me to put non-binary under gender? For Release is her name, or they. Because I like to make sure, and it seems to be working fine. Yeah, you've gone up to 30. I'm glad it's working okay. And yes, please, yay, that's great. That's awesome. I will be adjusting the character forms that are currently there, just a touch, with a few little things. So the gender one will probably be one, and also the type of NPC. Because now we're doing types like citizen, drifter, and ruler, and noble, and all that sort of thing. Just so in the future, anyone that does make an NPC will be able to easily categorise them better on our lore Bible. For example, Rex's character's under ruler because he's the leader of a cult of reptiles, a group of malformed misfits, as he says here. Okay, so did we set? Oh, we're in the middle of it. So I was going to check first his eye colour. So let me put the thing up. Yeah, it is black. Just wanted to make sure. Complexion is green. He's a green reptile, and his place of birth is we don't know. There's middle question marks. And these characters, what we see here is very much a very basic template at the moment. Of course, they'll be developed further and further and go through a character arc and changes over the course of the game, I'm sure. But what the profile is at the moment is basically what they're like on first meeting, I gather, and the sort of first impressions we have of them. I've also got to make a sort of disclaimer note somewhere on here saying something along the lines of if in the event of like concerns for copyright or clashes with important law, some of what is in these profiles may change, but we will do our best to stick to the vision of the submitter, or something along those lines will be what we put, because there's a couple of characters that would, I believe, need a few little changes of names, particularly for things because of copyright and things like that. Like if you ever do a character form, fill in a character form, and you've called something that already exists in another game, it might have to change because of copyright. So it's all just small things like that would have to be changed. So if ever is a clash with important lore, but at the same time we want to stick to the vision of that character and what has been written. So if there ever is anything we need to make a change to it, we'd make sure that we did it as smartly as possible. Otty Dotty, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. I like your name, it rhymes. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks for hanging out with us. Okay, so let's save that now. Also, we might need to add in a few little sections because it's got antagonists. So should we add a alignment? Would it be alignment? Would that be what we'd call it? Let me see. Because I want the right wording for this. So yeah, the only word I can think of right now that would probably suit ally, antagonist and neutral is alignment. But I know that can also be things like chaotic neutral and that as well. Rex's character's so angry, I know, right? But I think he's got the potential to be very heel face turn trope. Is that what it is? It's Gretch's favourite trope, funnily enough. Heel face turn TV tropes. Gretch told me, Gretch Star, that it's a favourite trope. And then I looked and I was like, that's Rex's character in Raindrop Chronicles. Because he will only be a bad guy that turns good if you are a reptile sympathiser, if you go through that branch in the arc, in the story. If you end up not being a reptile sympathiser, he's gonna be a true enemy of you. But there is a potential for him to have a change, just like this trope, if you are a reptile sympathiser and be an optional playable character. So it's fun times. Fun times. I like that when you take different routes in a game and things can go drastically different. Especially with characters and getting things like optional characters in games because of it. When choices actually do make a difference, it's pretty badass. But yeah, he does look like an angry boy in that picture in particular. That's his default pose, but he might have a happy face expression. In other avatars, who knows. And hi AJ, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's good to meet you. Hope you're having a fantastic week. We are, if anyone's curious, popping in here for the first time, we are working on our lore Bible today. We are getting the character profiles put in, and everybody that's been submitted so far onto our awesome lore Bible. So I'm going to give you the link to it, guys, if you want to have a peep at what we've been doing. Still very early days with our lore Bible, but eventually it's going to be frigging awesome. Good time zone, everyone. I like that one. Good time zone. It's a good way to say hello. I love it. How you doing, Calamity? It's good to see you again. Hope you're having a good day. How are you? How are things going on your end? Okay, so editing Rex. So we antagonist. So it's an interesting one, this one, because his alignment is an antagonist, and we will have, I suppose, antagonists, allies, and neutral in the game. That's kind of how we've been categorised in our NPCs. But because it's a game about choices, and things can drastically change based on the direction you take your hero in morally. People who are antagonists may be allies, and people that are allies may be antagonists. You know what I mean? Things can very much be very different. So I'm trying to think if simply calling them antagonists is the best thing to do. Because from this perspective, this alignment would be if you're a good hero, right? Well, that's not that black and white, because he'd really be an antagonist if you're an asshole of a hero, in all honesty, because you have no sympathy for the reptile race, and you're a cold-hearted, and you don't appreciate the beauty in another race. So it's very grey. It's not black and white, which makes the whole alignment thing here quite confusing and difficult to set in stone. But so yeah, I've started thinking the ones that we have here as antagonists, they are antagonists, I guess, on first meeting. It doesn't mean it's necessarily going to stay that way for all of them. Some of them might just be antagonists through and through, no matter what decisions you make. But others might have a few more shades of grey. Good busy weekend, so not ready for Monday, but hanging in there. Yeah, Monday. Damn Mondays. So that's a little bit wordy. If I'm putting alignment on first meeting, there's something a bit wordy about that, so I'd rather be a little bit better. I'm sure there's going to be a good way to put it, but now I'm going to just keep it as alignment, because that's what our current character sheets basically have them as, but we can always do a reword of that so it makes clear it's not set in stone alignment at another point. I think it just needs a word or something. So let's save that and now refresh the profile. So everything's in now. Allegiance might work. Yeah, there's just, you know what I mean, don't you guys? When it's a choice-based game, it's so hard to be like, they're an antagonist, they're an ally, because it can drastically be different depending on your playthrough style. It's definitely not black and white and set in stone. So yeah, it's a difficult one. And maybe, I mean, allegiance is a great word too, but does it still make it clear that it's changeable? That's the question. Presenting alignment versus actual alignment, maybe. Yeah, maybe. It's a difficult one, because at the same time I don't want it to be too wordy with how we write the alignment title, but I want it to be clear and clarify that what we have here, antagonists and allies, isn't set in stone. You could put current. That's actually a smart way to do it, I think, Dottie, because it's short and sweet and it makes clear that things can change. So I think, yeah, we'll probably go with that one. I like that. Thank you for your ideas, guys. Very helpful, because, you know, sometimes I get stuck and I'm like, I don't know what to do with this one, and then someone in chat comes up with something great. So but thanks all of you, because they were all very, very cool ideas. And I think I like the short and sweetness of current alignment. So where were we? Here we are, here it is. Maybe friendship level or morality. Those are good words as well. Morality is a great one. In fact, I think we could potentially expand on what's in this sidebar with other words as well in the future, similar, because things like just antagonist and ally alone aren't enough, really, are they, to flesh out a character. Sometimes they themselves have moral traits, like the hero, for example. There's a sort of scale. There's 3 scales: brave, compassionate, and wisdom. And your hero could fall anywhere on each of those 3 scales, and that's kind of the what we're doing to shape the morality of the hero based on decisions you make. So different decisions in the game, you'll get plus and minus points on each of those 3 scales depending on what you do. And that can work the same way with NPCs, you know. It's not just the hero that is going to have their morality shaped. That's what we're here for, to lend an imaginative hand, even though I'm lurking. Yay! Yeah, community projects are awesome. Like this, like I've said many times, if I was alone in my room doing this, wouldn't have half the creativity that it's got, because all the good ideas have come from us bouncing ideas off of each other, you know. That's what's going to make this epic. So, I mean, it can definitely be a challenge to manage those ideas and make sure things don't get chaotic, and I think that's why we'll always have things like polls and things like that to make final decisions. But at the same time, you know, you're getting the best of those ideas, and those are where we go with the game and the story. Okay, so current alignment. Alignment could sound D&D-ish though, unless that's the thing you're going for. Yeah, it does. Alignment's very a D&D word, isn't it? And inspired by that. I feel like alignment's a very good... It sums things up easy so naturally. It's the word that pops into my head first because it's so commonly used. Current morality, current allegiance... Allegiance might be good as well, actually, now I'm thinking of it, because that Master Emerald mentioned, because if we put current allegiance instead of current alignment, it might fit better with ally, antagonist and neutral. Alignment is more chaotic neutral and lawful good and all that, isn't it, really? So yes, I think let's just edit that. Thank you guys, you're the best. I mean, no reason why we can't add an alignment title and give them a sort of alignment like that in the future. Or a personality type, you know, the Myers-Briggs thing. Some people can be skeptical of that because they feel like they're putting their characters in just one box, like in boxes, and it makes them, what's the word? Because the fact is, humans are humans, or, you know, people are people, and there's not just 16 personality types in the world, there's many, there's unlimited personality types, but it's a great starting point for fleshing out and for getting that sort of idea about a character. So I totally wouldn't be against doing sort of personality type or alignment category for each of our characters at some point and thinking what they are. Having something to go off is always very helpful because it makes your characters it helps make your characters distinct, having that starting point. It stops them sounding too similar and samey. Thank you for that host as well, Calamity. I appreciate that. Just noticed that there. Okay, also I'm going to copy and paste that one into our template too, seeing as it's one that we just added. And the current allegiance will obviously only make sense for NPCs. It doesn't make sense for the playable heroes because they're obviously on our side. But for anyone that's an NPC, we'll have that there. So let's save that to make sure we don't lose it. Did we save that again? If the words are ally, antagonist and neutral, then allegiance sounds more like what? Yes, 100% Saver. So referring to the relationship between the character and the hero player instead of personality, yeah. And definitely realised that I was thinking, yeah, you guys are right, allegiance fits more than alignment, because alignment, it's such an easy word to get caught up in because it's so overused, but in all honesty, alignment is more about like where you fall on the good, evil scale, and chaotic and lawful, I feel. So yeah, ally, neutral, antagonist is definitely allegiance. I'm very happy with that change. Makes way more sense. So thanks for your input, folks. Some that was just very off about it, and I'm happy with that this current wording we've got. Right, so I believe that's everything. And we have a section called Community Ideas and Thoughts on our Lore Bible, guys. So if ever anything in chat is mentioned that I feel that's an interesting way to take that particular character, whether it's a current or a future one, I may pop them into here. Because we did that with the barrel characters. Where is it? So current main characters. Here we go. If we have a look at these guys, I did it with the barrels. Chat had some really cool, amusing things to say about some of them, and I like making a note of that because in the future when we work on their arcs and scenes and dialogue and that, some of these could help get the ideas flowing. Much better having some thoughts on paper rather than none at all. Because it's great to know where to take a character, or have ideas for where to take them at least over time. Okay, so right, so I think he's done now. I think we've done him. I don't think there's anything missing in his profile. We've got his images, we've got everything filled in. So I'm going to just double check. So reptile antagonist. Yeah, got that in. Calm, optimistic, deceitful, controlled. Cautious, narrow-minded, reserved, and rebellious. I'm just like proofreading now. With their ways. Biggest flaw, biggest fear, deepest, darkest secret, everything else. So yeah, all that's filled in. So let's move on to Chub Cheeks now then, because we've done Rex's character. So be a new article now. Oops. So create a new character. Do you have the pro version of World Anvil, or is this all able to be done in the free? I actually have an upgraded version. It's not the highest subscription that I have. but I think it's the one above the free one. I thought I'll give it a go because I thought this is a really cool tool. But I did have free for a while, and I was able to do a lot on the free version. And to be honest, I could have stuck with the free version for a while, I think, because it allows you quite a bit of a high number of articles and image space. So I could have stayed on the free version for a while, but I think I chose to upgrade. So I think it was ads maybe, or more customization options. I was allowed to get rid of a couple of things I didn't like the look of that were getting in the way. Yeah, you can definitely try it out. It's very good, just the free version alone, in all honesty. Very, very useful if you're doing a project or a D&D campaign or a novel or anything like this. I've been thinking about Pro but wasn't sure about switching it. Oh, you use it yourself, Saver? That's fantastic. What is it that you got on your World Anvil then? Yay, you're going to be in the top 500 soon, sort. And how long have you been in the stream? A week? Top 500 already? I mean, it's definitely it's not too challenging to get into the top 500. It's the top 100 that can be a little bit time consuming. But I believe in you guys. Got D&D up in here. Hi Omni, how you doing? It's good to see you. D&D campaign right now. Yeah, a lot of people on the World Anvil Discord, and that I do notice, it's a lot of people do their D&D campaigns in World Anvil, which I think it's perfect for. Keeps things really organised, because I could imagine it would be very easy to lose track otherwise. And same for my project. It's going to be a really cool way, not only to keep things organised and all information in one place, but because this is a community project, I think it's very valuable, and that everybody can easily look at something and learn about the game this way. My tummy's doing a big rumble right now, and I shouldn't be hungry. I literally just had lunch before I went live. I'm a beast. Such a beast. I'm always hungry. Okay, so Chub Cheeks' character. Let's get his images saved then, because we're going to get Chubs now. So this was how Chub used to look, but now we've given him a proper reptile nose like he should have. There wasn't any reptile helmet by default, so I had to do a little bit of an edit for that one. So, character. Now, his name isn't Chub. Chub's the person who made the submission, but his real name's Bocco. His character name's Bocco, should I say. So, save. Yeah, I think his sprite is already there, so let's add those to the Bible. Three images: the banner, the sprite, and the avatar. I was using OneNote, but it is getting a little hard to keep it all organised as the world is growing, and it's annoying you can't have multiple tabs open in OneNote, so bigger battles for getting hard to manage. Oh yeah, and the one thing I love about World Anvil is how visual it is and how well presented. It's like a proper website in a way. It's really good. It's like a fancy looking Wikipedia almost. Heard you mention Chub Cheeks' armour earlier in stream. It definitely is very nice touch up on the helmet for sure. And it was something that I realised a bit of time ago, that Chub should have a bit jutting out his armour because of his nose. Reptiles have bigger noses than humans, so I realised that that little extra detail will go a long way with his character. Of course, if he was meant to be disguised and it was part of his character arc to actually be disguised and not be seen as a reptile, it would make more sense to have a human helmet on then and to not show his wings. But because he's proud of who he is, there's no disguise or shame about him being a reptile. He's literally just armoured up because he's a soldier and for his protection. It makes sense to actually have proper reptile gear on rather than human gear, because reptiles hate humans. Why would they wear human stuff? They'd get a helmet made specially for them, wouldn't they? So okay. Oh, why have we got Rex's name there? My goodness, let's delete that. I've just realised. Delete. There we go. There we go. Renamed as he should be. But it would squish his poor nose with the human gears. I know, that's why it would be mean. Even though he's a baddie, like, I'd still feel very sorry for him if he had to squish his nose. It would be very sore. Very sore. I think he looks more charming and cuter with the reptile-shaped armour as well. Okay, so that is done now. Now that's a strong accent. Yeah, you mean that as a good thing though, don't you, Cappy? Because the problem with strong is it's a very... It can be seen as a bit of a weird word. If someone tells me, "Oh, you've got a strong accent," I'm not going to say thank you, because it's can be used as an insult. Villains should get comfortable gear too. Indeed, Xaver. Indeed, they deserve it. I'm a reptile sympathist personally. I've got to admit it, because I like beasts and animals. Even if they're bad. I mean, no excuse. They shouldn't kill people because they're angry. But still, they're people too. They're people too. Okay, so now let's get this template. So this was what we was going to be using for Same, once this game comes out, I definitely try to get them on my team. Yay! It isn't a good or bad thing, it's just a thing. I think it's a good thing, Cappy. I think I've got an absolutely badass accent. I actually have a big ego when it comes to my accent now, because I get constantly complimented on it. I had 4 people last stream tell me how good my accent was. I'm getting cocky. I've only ever had one person in my 3 years of streaming insult my accent, and that was actually like the other week, funnily enough. Very strange. Okay, so I'm copying and pasting from our template so we can get everything in as we should. Okay, so that's in. And then we've got 2 more bits to copy and paste. I agree, your accent is badass. Thank you so much, Calamity. I really appreciate it, honestly, because when I was younger, I used to be insecure about my accent, and I actually didn't think I'd be a good streamer because of it as well. Like I had a friend like tell me, like, this was like about 5 years ago, maybe now at this point, be like, "Oh, you should totally do that Twitch thing. You'd be really good at that." And I was like, no one would understand my accent. I'd like laugh about it and be like, "No, don't be silly, I can't be a streamer." but surprisingly everyone's like, so it's been the thing I've been complimented on most. It's shocking. Never would have thought that in a million years before I started streaming that would be the thing for people, for me. Okay, so everything's in. Now we got to get the correct images in, because it messes up if we don't get the images in properly. So this is where we put the avatar, I think. I wish I had an accent. Yeah, I say we all should embrace our voice and the way we speak. You know, we're all individuals, and it's voices are what makes one of the many things that makes us the individuals we are. You have to have an accent to someone. Yeah, I'm sure you do, Zova. I'm sure you have one. And imagine being a Geordie. I'm worried about starting to stream because of that really holder. See how much, like, how I relate to that, because that's how I used to feel about my accent, as I just said, and like it stopped. I could have started streaming so much earlier if I had more confidence in that regard. I feel like I've grown so much confidence since I started streaming, but I never used to be like that. Like, I used to be shy and have self-doubt, and I feel like if only I didn't, like, I could have started streaming much earlier and be more like established at this point in my career, or the career I want to have. And so I just say get started. If you guys have an interest in starting something but self-doubt is holding you back, then don't let it. Just do it, guys. Because eventually I plucked up the courage and I did it, and it went so much better than I ever could dream of it going. So, and everybody's so nice. And yeah, you do get trolls. There's always some idiot that comes in who wants to be an ass, but like, that's just the 1%. Like, most people that come in have been brilliant. And yeah, if you go to another country, other people will hear your accent, even if you don't. Yeah, for sure. Van's very correct. And like in the USA, there are a ton of accents depending on the region you live. Yeah. And like in Britain, there's so many as well. But I suppose to someone from another country, most British people sound similar. But there's actually hundreds of accents. I mean, I guess I have an accent when I speak other languages, but I'm in the US, and even other Americans are like, no, you don't have one. Well, I'm sure you still have a wonderful speaking voice, whether there's an accent there or not. I'm sure the voice is brilliant. Gotta wait for the new internet this week, so I'm gonna jump into it. That's brilliant, Holder. Really happy for you. And of course, let us know when you start, and I'll give you a follow. And I always like to, at the end of a stream, if I ever see someone online, I have a friend who comes into the community, I always like to pass the raid to them to give the love back. So I'll make sure I'm giving you a follow. Just let me know when you start. So I only tend to follow people who are actively streaming, but I'll give you that follow once. But I don't think it matters so much anymore, because I've noticed Twitch doesn't even show followers anymore. They've changed things. So and I practice doing other accents, but my normal voice doesn't sound like it has one. Oh, can you actually do other accents? That's a really good thing to be able to do, because one thing I can't do is speak in other accents. I only have my voice. I can't speak in any other voice. I can't do other voices. I'm not versatile at all. I thought I didn't have one for a long time, especially living somewhere where lots of people had southern accents and I didn't, but people assumed I was from New York because of how I spoke for some reason. Oh, really? Yeah, people assume funny things about where I'm from as well. I've had some very interesting locations people have thought I'm from. Lies, I believe in you. You believe in me? In what, Mia? What did I say? I forgot. And Right Lighter, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the stream. I have a pretty good British accent. Yeah, I want to hear it now. Zelva. I can't even say your name now. Zeva. There we go. That'll be cool. People have told me because I'm a guy that I'd just be lost in the millions. Don't listen to negative comments. I know it's hard. It's so easy to get caught up in those negative comments, but I don't know why people are like that personally. You gotta just do things, and it's true that there's many. Twitch is very saturated, that's very true, but so what? Like, do what you enjoy and make friends and have fun, you know. Nothing wrong with that. So one in the millions and only one that's you. You'll find your people. Yeah, exactly. Calamity said it the best that anyone possibly could say it. And hi Redmas, how are you doing? It's good to see you. Redmas, it rhymes with Christmas, you know, it does. I'm forward to getting to know people more personally, you know. And I think you'd do great. I mean, you're an artist holder. Like, the Twitch art community is very good, and I think people would appreciate what you do and would be really interested in seeing the process of your art. So totally go for it. I think it could work out well. I'll follow you too, Holder. I can't wait for you to get started. Yeah, Holder does incredible sprite art, guys, and I don't say that lightly. If I give someone a compliment, I mean it. It's not just for the sake of it. It's top quality stuff. I'd use it in my game if it matched with the art style more, but I'm going to totally use some of Holder's art if there's ever an opportunity to. Like, those weapons are great. And it's been 400 years. Finch Fish, oh my goodness, how are you doing? It's so good to see you, Finch. How are things going? I miss you. Love watching art streams. Yeah, exactly. Zava loves them, and so do many other people. I'm so sleepy today. Oh no, Mia, what time did you get to sleep last night? Mia's like me. Mia's a night owl. Massive night owls, aren't we, Mia? It's bad. We're naughty. I think it's the hot weather. Yeah, I'm the exact same. I feel like really hot, like a zombie lately because of the hot weather. It's terrible. Like 2:30 a.m. Missed you as well. I've been busy but good. How about you? I'm doing great, Finch. I'm doing absolutely marvellous. Apart from the hot weather, I'm doing great. And we're getting those characters up on the Lore Bible. Finch Fish, you're on there too, by the way. Finch Fish happens to be a playable character in our game, guys, who will be appearing in some episode in the future. Who knows? So there's Finch's character. She's a beautiful teal coloured fairy. And she's a herbalist as well. Pretty unique class. Gotta go taking my cats to the vet, but it takes a while for me to coax them into the pet carriers. Oh my goodness, my sister has the same problem because she's got cats and had to take them to vet recently. It can take a bit of time. Good luck, Zava. And I want to see your cats. I want to see photos now. Hot weather can go away forever. Yeah, I'm not a fan. Not a fan at all. Hot weather. Eventually, I will create a side quest character. Maybe. Yeah, totally, Mia. If you wanna, the choice is a playable character or NPC. We're gonna, because at the moment we've got playable character, minor NPC, and major NPC. But I'm gonna just merge those two NPC choices in one, just to NPC. Keep things simple rather than major and minor, because we don't know who's going to be major or minor in the game, and it feels unfair to just assume that those NPCs are going to be minor, because they could play a much bigger role for all we know. So I I decided to scrap the major and minor things so we can see all NPCs equally. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm sure Mia's going to have a really cool character because Mia's super creative. And oh gosh, you should take me out of this game. I'm never around. I feel bad. No worries, Finch, because in all honesty, the way we approach it's, I mean, once someone submits a character, the character's ours then, if that makes sense. We're free to shape them as we wish. But go by the vision of what's been in the character form, of course, what's been written by you when you've done it, but everything else is our control. You've set your character loose on us in a way to shape, so it just helps us like have it. I think it's a cool thing because it gives us more diversity and more cool ideas, like community people like you get an opportunity to insert a bit of lore and a really cool personality into the game. But you never like expected to be stuck in the streams to write them or anything. We have full control of them once you guys set them loose on us. I mean, you do have an opportunity. If you want to have control, you're totally allowed. If anybody wants to make sure their character, I mean, in a way that's at the same time we still have control because there'll be polls up and we'll decide their fates to a certain extent. But you are allowed to do their backstory and shape their backstory as much as you wish. And hey, how's it going? Hi, Real. How are you doing? It's good to see you. I hope you're having a marvellous day. Thanks for stopping by. I'm doing good. Managing to not melt in the hot weather so far. I'm still here. Oh, good. That's actually great. I would feel better if my character was moulded by the people who are here. Yeah, exactly, Finch. And that's the thing. There's many of you. You're not the only one, Finch, that hasn't been around for a while, and that's perfectly fine because you guys have got lives, and no one's going to get their character chucked out of the game if they've been away from Twitch or away from the community for a while. They'll always be here, and we're gonna make them. We're gonna make them awesome, and who knows? Like someone might not be around for years, and then we've made the game. And they're in it and they'll be like, wow, look at my character. That's cool in my opinion, because it's the whole thing with the character submissions, it's a sort of incentive for those of you that have spent a lot of time in the community at some point or another to add your little personal touch to the game. I think I really like doing that for you guys. And doing fine, organising my stuff. Oh, awesome. What stuff? Are we allowed to know? Or is it a deep, dark secret? That makes me feel much better. Yeah, of course. And I think I want to clarify that on the website as well, because I'm going to be making a few content changes to the website and updating a bit of information. So things like this I think are going to be important to just make clear. For when people are submitting characters. And my project, I have tons of projects I want to work on and decided to start organising them. Oh, tons of projects. Are we allowed to know any? I'm always excited to hear about creative stuff that peeps are doing. And Finch Fish, I hope things are going well for you in general though. What games are you playing? What have you been up to in life? I hope things are going well for you. And the website looks great, by the way. Did you make it yourself, like code it and everything? Yeah, I did. Well, what I did, I used WordPress to make the website, and they sort of give you a number of templates, and I took one of the templates and I drastically sort of changed it visually. So if you saw the original template, it looks nothing like what the website looks like now, but the way it all is, the sort of one-page blocky thing is kind of the template it was based on and inspired by. So to a certain extent, yes, I did create the whole thing myself, but with a template, I would find it hard to create something entirely from scratch, seeing as I'm not really trained in code or anything like that. But just having a template, you don't have to know much about code. That just having something to start off with, and then you just customizing the CSS yourself can can be, easy enough to pick up with a little bit of practice. Wow, great job. Coding scares me and me, Finch. I mean, I'm no coder at all. I always try and make that clear in the stream, because I've had people come in and be like, hi, coder lady, because I'm in making a game and stuff. That's to be expected. But I just have no coding background. I'm a creative person, not a coder. And that's why I use RPG Maker and not Unity, because I would be learning code for 5 blooming years before starting this project if I was going to jump into something like that. But being as I have had a bit of experience with RPG Maker, and it's a lot easier to pick up as an engine, it's so much easier for me. So code, it scares you away. It's such a beauty, so many possibilities. Coding is a beautiful mod. So yeah, I think it's all about, I mean, some people are just naturally good at it. They've got more of a logical or maths brain, and it's easier to pick up. But then there's some of us that are more creative and are more artistic, for example, and are more of a designer rather than a coder. So everybody's different. Some people find it easy, some people not so much. That's a great description. It is a beautiful monster, but it is a wonderful thing. The fact that you can create so many things from coding is a beautiful thing. But it's a monster too, that's for sure. I might be a nerd, that's why I love it so much. Nothing wrong with being a nerd at all, nothing wrong with that. It's a good thing. I've been good though, been busy with art and work, so my Twitch usage has been more minimal these days. Been playing a lot of Animal Crossing and Sims recently. Sounds super fun and chill. But that's great, Finch, and it's lovely to catch up. Always love seeing your face. Officially start my Unity course this week. I'm excited. That's exciting, Calamity. I hope it goes well, because I remember you saying that you've got an interest in doing a bit of game dev and stuff, so I love to know how that goes. Yeah, good luck. And it's scary to me because there's nothing visual to it. The most I could do, it was HTML in Notepad, but could always see the effect of what I was doing. Yeah, I'm the same, Holder, because I'm a very visual person. The way I learn and the way I take in information easiest is visually. That's why I always say to you guys in chat, show me a video or a picture if I ever get stuck on something. Don't give me written instructions, because my brain just turns to mush at written instructions. But a picture and a video, much easier. I'm a visual person, and that's why code doesn't come naturally to me, because seeing just random numbers and letters on the screen just makes my brain go funny. So, for sure. And ditto, definitely wanted to pop in and say hi. Yeah, it's always wonderful to see peeps pop in. I appreciate your turns, and thank you, that's great. Yay. Hi Rose, how's the game going? Hi Hino, how you doing? It's good to see you. Not too bad. We're working on some law stuff at the moment. We're not doing game dev stuff today. In fact, it's the goal of the week to get everybody's profile. Everybody is a character in the game. That's anyone who's submitted a form, who's in the community, who's reached the Raindrop requirement. All of those profiles are going to get converted onto here, and it's going to be much nicer to have everything all in one place, because at the moment it's all just, we've got these sheets and I love them. I think they look beautiful, but they're not, it's not realistic to update them very easily. So I feel like this is so much more efficient now, we've done a few and we're getting some down. Bit slow because I'm streaming and chatting at the same time, but we'll get there for sure. And if anyone wants to have a look at our Law Bible, guys, because I'm going to give you the link. It's not currently on the website, the link to the Law Bible isn't, but in the next content update, it's going to be on there. I'm going to put a big massive button or something to say click here to see Law Bible, or Law Bible here, or something like that, and it'll link you to this site from the official website of ours. And And well, I gotta go. Take care, Real Infinite. Thank you so much for hanging out, and I hope your projects go well too. And if you're stuck or need help, I'm in Rain's Discord. Yeah, totally, guys. So if there's ever a channel that you guys think could be a good idea, like something like game dev, or I don't know, if there's ever a request for a certain channel so you guys can talk about your thing more, feel free to let me know what you think would be good, because at the moment we do have a creative work channel, and that naturally seems to be the place that people post their stuff. But yeah, I mean, general chat is always a good one if there's ever anything general, and if I ever see actually there'll be a good category for this, I might be tempted to make one. That's why I did the creative work, because I was thinking, yeah, there's a lot of creative people in this community and I want them to be able to show their stuff off. So, and bye and thanks. Yeah, take care. Awesome day. Did you say you'll blow up things at last? Oh, there will be some violence in our game, no doubt about it, Hinnell. It's only a matter of when. Hinnell's obsessed with action and explosions. He's not accepting Raindrop Chronicles to not have any of that in it, are you, Hinnell? Okay, so we're working on Chubb's profile. I don't think we've saved it yet though. Can't even remember where we left off. Let's add, because we've been chatting for a while. There we go. I think that's all the images in. Let's save that and see if it appears now in our folders. Wish I could stay in chat more, but I get back to work. I'll be lurking. Awesome. Thank you so much for the lurk. I'd super appreciate that. That's why I give you guys raindrops as a reward, because lurkers deserve rewards. And have a great day. And I hope work goes well, Finch. Thanks so much for hanging out and for the chats. You're awesome. Okay, so has it not popped up in there yet? Sometimes I accidentally put them under the current characters instead of future, but oh, it's a draft, that's why it wasn't there. Sometimes I forget to accidentally change it to published. Okay. So that image hasn't appeared, so let's get that one in. And then everything should be right. Once you get the images in, it usually sorts out all the format and positioning of everything. There we go. So his little nose at the side's a proper reptile shaped nose now, guys. If you look at the old character sheet for him, you'll see it's a flatter nose. If we zoom in. Yeah, it's a flat nose. Reptile. Poor squished nose. But now we've made it how it should be. So yay. Hope Chubb likes it when he sees it. Thank you so much for joining our Discord, guys. Let's say hi to the new peoples. I absolutely love that emote, by the way. You guys have all the cutest emotes. And I love to see them. Spam my chat and Discord with them anytime. All this bright work is awesome, yeah. And I'm very lucky that I at least know how to dabble in pixel art and graphics, because although I don't like to take on the burden of having 100% my own art, because it would just increase the project development way too much. It's already going to be like a decade long thing, so I'd be like friggin' 70 years old if I did all the art too. But luckily, if I need to make adjustments, I can kind of do that all right, and I'm quite happy with how I've made Baku look now, because he just, you know, he's a reptile at the end of the day, and he needs to have a reptile nose, so I'm glad we've got that. Okay, so now let's fill in all his stuff. So he used to be called Grandmaster Cheeks, but Chubb said he wanted to change his name, which I approve of that change. I feel it's a little bit more, I don't know, shorter and sweeter, I guess. Although Cheeks would have been fine as well. And it's okay to make adjustments to your character if you wish, as long as they're not already being put into the game. Once they're in the game and the scenes have already been done, of course, that's it then. But if they're still sitting there as future characters and there's something you think, hang on, change that, just that little small thing, then that's okay. Okay, so text here. He's only got a short little bio for that bit. Biggest fear. Oh, biggest flaw, sorry. The faction one, I've just realised that one isn't there on the template, so I'm gonna have to add that one as well, because I might miss that one off Rex's profile actually. Oh no, that's not meant to be there. Meant to be there. Whether the badges are Chubb Cheeks. Typical response. Gotta go in there though. But yeah, it's gonna be easier to make adjustments if we feel, hang on, that bit needs a little bit more depth. Okay, so I can imagine all the profiles eventually being like super fleshed out over time as we add more. So emotional disposition. Okay, so calm, pessimistic, and deceitful. I'm so glad that World Anvil and Google Docs and stuff do the typo thing if you do make a typo, because one unfortunate thing about doing the image-based character sheets in Photoshop is it won't tell you if you have done a typo. And I realised afterwards it was actually, there was quite a few typos in it. Controlled and reckless. Narrow-minded, reserved and traditional. Okay. And these like little these words that we use to describe it, just like, again, kind of similar to, you know, it's just a personality trait thing, just so we can get an idea of their temperament and what they'd be more prone to being like. Okay, so that's all filled in, all good. Now the next section, submitted by, and we've got to put the community member's name, Chub Cheeks 92, and his goal is to force others into servitude. So he's a bit different to the other reptile. The other reptile's more about like exterminating and killing, and this one's more about people bowing to him. So they're different, and they're probably very different, and I'm intrigued about how their relationship with each other will be. Even if they spend much time with each other. Intrigued with how they'll feel about each other, but they're different. They're separate people, Chub Cheeks' character and Rex's character, and their futures and motivations and might go in opposite directions for all we know. And hi K-Pop Sim, welcome to the stream. How you doing? It's good to meet you. Hope you're having a good Monday. Welcome to our nerdy RPG hangout place in this corner of Twitch. Okay, species kind. Make sure you're getting the text editor version. So he's a reptile as well. Current allegiance antagonist as well. And we're going to get rid of class because he's not a playable character. Full name is we don't actually know. His gender is a male. He doesn't have hair because he's a reptile. His eye colour, I think, is purple. I think it was meant to be purple anyway. Yeah, it is purple. His complexion's also purple. And his place of birth is we don't know. All these question mark things will be filled in, of course, when we find out. Place of birth and things like that is, we don't know that for most characters right now because we've only created one region in the game, and place of birth and place like that will be opened up as we create this big massive world. Is there anything else that we need? I don't think so. I think everything is in as necessary. So, save. Oh, I accidentally deleted the heading for that bit. Oh, dearie me. Oh, I know why it's there. I didn't delete it. I just forgot to put the heading for there. And is that there on the template too? Make sure it's on that so we don't have it happen with everyone's form. And once again, guys, I'm going to spam you with our Lore Bible link just so everybody can easily get to this page, these pages that we're working on. I'm also going to be doing a little trivia in chat shortly, folks, so there won't be a stream that goes by that doesn't have at least one trivia. And all the answers are in the Lore Bible. Eventually we'll add more questions with all the new stuff we're adding and filling in as well. Okay, everything looks good. Fabulous. Can link them together so we can like easily navigate between them at some point as well. I've already done that for a few of the profiles, but I'll do that one at the end. There was there was something I needed to add to Rex's profile actually, so that I forgot to do. So let's just save Baku. It's done now anyway, so back to articles and categories. Thank you, Shadow, for that follow, by the follow. What am I talking about? Follow. My voice is going all funny. Welcome to the stream. It's good to meet you. National. If Baku looks more awesome the previous way, I'd say see if he could have a law of being severely injured in the facial region. He would look terrifying. You think he looks better without the reptile nose? I think he looks better now personally, but it's subjective, isn't it? I feel originally the reason why we had no reptile nose on the armor was simply because there wasn't an asset for it. All there was a human helmet, so it was just easier to just do that because there wasn't an asset for it. But seeing as he's very proud of his reptile nature, he's very willing to show off his wings and his tail. He doesn't want his armor to disguise that. It was very made sense to just have a reptile helmet because he's too proud to wear a human helmet, you know. It would be like gross to him, I suppose, to have a human helmet on. And yeah, if I couldn't do the asset properly, then I probably would have done what you suggested, or try and think of a way around it lore-wise. But I think I've pulled off the asset pretty well. And hey, I'm new here, but does anyone know what engine Rose is using? Hi, Shadow. It's RPG Maker, Shadow. It's in the title, and it's also on our FAQ page on the website. Feel free to have a look at the FAQ if you're curious about anything in particular. I think we've got most of the questions necessary that we get asked often. But if you want to read a bit more about the program, we do have a command there. Feel free to check that out, Shadow. And thanks for stopping by and hanging out with us. But I think it's a funny thing in being severely injured in the facial region. Like, you know, I'm tempted to at least slot that into the story anyway, just for the sake of having a scary looking character. You know, there's going to be many opportunities to do all sorts of crazy things. Okay. Oh yeah, what was I doing? Yeah, that was it. I missed, there was one line that was missing out of the faction line. So we'll get that in. Okay, thank you. Sorry, I have no worries at all. I'd rather you ask, or any of you ask, if there's something you're curious about, then wonder and be confused or not know the answer to something. I'm happy to help you guys out, no problem. So no worries. I hope you're doing well, Shadow, and having a fantastic week. Okay, so that should have updated now. I'm going to just double check. Yeah, all good. Yeah, I think their profiles are fine now. I'll probably give them a proper proofread off stream because it can be hard to do things like proofreading on stream. But now that they're done, let's do our next character. But we will have to make the banner for them and the sprite as well. So it's Elite's character, which I think is a pretty cool character, if I may say so. So I've gotta find a PSD for the banner. There we go, it's here. So, luckily I've got everybody's avatars in this PSD file, so it makes my job a little bit easier. Okay guys, I'm going to put a trivia in chat. I did promise it, so here it goes. Trivia question time. What is Rosie's class? Oh, that's a very impossible one. I want to make the trivia command much stand out more. I want to put emojis there or something, because it's like doesn't stand out much right now. Oh, Radiant Bad, so close. Oh my goodness me. Okay. So, points, Mr. Rado, 1. There we go. GG. Very close, folks. You're actually around. There we go. First class, Fable Games. Hi, Fable, how you doing? Yeah, all the questions, because we do a little bit of a trivia thing. It's just a fun little extra thing we have on the stream. We do the odd question or two each stream. And it's all related to Raindrop Chronicles and the characters and the lore in the game. So yeah, you do have to have a bit of knowledge on our game. But all the answers are in the lore Bible, and so far we've got easy questions. We'll start adding harder questions as time goes on, and there's like a few more pros in chat, and we want to make things a bit harder, but I don't want to scare you guys off too soon, so we're starting easy. Actually, lucky I had just unmuted my PC to see what was going on. LOL. Awesome. Well, GG, closing up that leaderboard, and I wonder who's going to be top come August. And if anybody wants to see how the leaderboard currently stands, the command is ! Leaderboard. Things could change drastically between now and the end of the month. Okay, so back to Photoshop. We're just making a banner for our next character profile we'll be adding to the lore Bible, and this banner, pretty easy to do now I'm into the routine of how it all works. And it's just a way to make the lore Bible look a little bit more decorative, giving them their own banner rather than just looking all the same. So what I do is this is the trick. So I get their avatar there 3 times. Also, one sec. Let's just making sure I'm naming the layers so that things don't get super confusing for me, because I like to keep things organised. So yeah, there, and all I have to do is copy the layer styles I've already set up for the previous characters. So that's black silhouette. Okay, no, it's not meant to be that one. That one's meant to be a white one. Wrong one. There we go. So let's just close those up. We'll hide Chubbs because he's still in the background. We don't want him there. And we have to put a little bit of a blur on. So Gaussian blur 6, I think that's how we have it on each of them. So, and then move that down 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Leaderboard, yay! I want too much of a delay for me to play. Answers are appearing after the questions are being asked. Oh no. Yeah, well, you never know, because at the moment, whenever I've done a trivia, we generally do get people answer quite fast because it's a new thing. There's like sort of a, what's the word? Novelty. It's like a novelty at the moment because it's a new thing we've introduced. The streams of people are answering pretty fast, but as time goes on, who knows, maybe the answers won't get answered as fast, and then I'll give you guys a chance. But no worries at all, guys. I just answer whenever you want. We want the true lore master winner after all, so we can see. But who knows? All I'm trying to say is some questions might be in chat for a while sometimes, so then I'll give you a chance for peeps to answer. I like the moustache. Yeah, it's pretty frightening, isn't it? It definitely gives this character a presence. Moustache twirling villain, this one. And I know that someone wanted this guy to be romanceable. It says, is he going to be romanceable? He's an antagonist, by the way. He's the Prime Minister in the game. Whenever he'll make an appearance, we don't know. And the guy who submitted the character was like, I'm not sure romancing will fit his character arc. It's quite a funny thought, romancing someone like that. So how close are you to having all the ones that you just have the character sheet picture done? The ones that just had still a way away, Radu, because we've got a lot to do. But the goal is to do it in submission order. So all the ones on the website that are currently on the website are going to a priority. And once they're done, that means I can get rid of that extra section from the website that we don't need anymore, because I'm getting rid of all the extra pages on the website because we don't need them. The character section, the story so far section, and the location world section can all be gotten rid of, because all that stuff's going to be on the Lore Bible from now on. So once, I don't want to delete them yet from the website, because in case people want to read the profiles, but once we've got all those guys on the Lore Bible, it can go. And then at that point, I'm going to do the new ones. The ones that have got character sheets, the second batch, should I say, and then the third batch, which includes Raider and Van's characters. So the goal is to get them all done by the end of the week. So we're Monday at the moment, and we've got Wednesday stream and Friday stream. So if by Friday everybody's up there, including the new characters, I'll be pretty happy about that. It's always a little bit slower when streaming because we're chatting at the same time and stuff, but we'll get there. It's a nice chill thing to do while hanging out with you guys, because it's not too demanding or too much hard work on my part. It's all pretty easy enough to do, so it's a nice fun chill thing to do. Hi Andy Cake, how are you? It's lovely to see you. I hope you're having a fantastic day. You got this. Wow, big viewership today though. Very nice. Oh yeah? Well, what can I say? This project's awesome. People must be very intrigued. Awesome, guys. And I hope you don't mind. I'll be lurking predominantly as working on a game demonstration. No worries, Shadow. I love my lurkers. Gonna make that very clear, because I know on Twitch lately there's been a few of my viewers coming in saying that communities they're part of don't appreciate the lurkers as much, and I'm like, no, lurk away. Always welcome here. I personally do not get it why anybody wouldn't love a lurker, because why not? That's what I've got to ask. Why wouldn't you like lurkers? That's the question I have, because lurking's the best. It is the best. You go get those raindrops, Shadow. You collect those raindrops. I want to create a banner, another banner, you know, those blue banners I have at the top of the stream. I want to create another one that mentions the 1,000 raindrops. That if you get 1,000 raindrops, how you can be a character in the game. So I feel that that's something that needs to be up there. But I'm not doing it yet because there's so many other things to do, you know. There's always a big list of things to work on. So, and lurking right now, I'm doing my part, yeah, for sure. I mean, at the end of the day, any streamer that doesn't like their lurkers, they're a fool to themselves. They are the spine of a channel. What would you do without them, really? You'd be a nobody. Everyone is a streamer, you're just a nobody without your lurkers. I appreciate that, Mia. You go get those raindrops, and I'm glad that you've got your old ones on Mia Bite now. That's nice that you got those ones. Yay. Okay, so I did save that banner, didn't I? Let me save it again. And I may do a few of these people off stream, by the way, a few of these characters, but I don't know for sure because I'm still also working on getting those extra details of the Everbloom Forest done. And like I say, it's nearly there now. There's just a few vines, a few bits of flowers. The cliff rocks I managed to sort out with that shadow thing, so that's bits done. It's just the finishing touches on that, and I might be doing that off stream. But if I can get a character profile done in the meantime, that won't be too bad. The peeking emote. Do I have that one, Holder? I'm pretty sure I've got that emote myself. I'm pretty sure I have, because I better have it anyway, because it's cute and I want it. I don't think I have it. Oh, damn it. I never got that emote. It's a limited time only emote. Damn it. I want that one. I hope they give them back, the limited emotes, so we can have another chance. Chess, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Welcome, welcome. It's good to meet you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so I did save that in the end. Did I save his avatar? And his proper title is Prime Minister Traitorio, but that'd be a bit long to fit on the thingy, I think. But he'll say that on his profile anyway, that he's a Prime Minister. So, the government of our game, basically. There's a bit of mystery about the government, although they have been mentioned in the Law Bible quite briefly, because they are involved in the whole Raindrop's currency business and doing the distribution and converting raindrops into proper usable currency. They're behind all that, the government are, and there's still a lot to flesh out with them now that we will over time, but he's obviously one of them as the Prime Minister. So there's potential to... His character sheet is very fleshed out. There's a lot of lore there that he's already set up. And I think it does seem very interesting and cool. So the guy that actually made him is doing his own RPG Maker game himself. And I believe that he's a character in his game too. And I'm curious, Rose, what kinds of games do you enjoy playing lately? Really good question, Vagabond. How would you feel if I told you I haven't played games properly in ages? I can't remember the first time I've properly sat down and enjoyed a game like for a long time, because I've been so consumed in this project in a good way. Like, I get a lot of enjoyment from doing this. Like, if I sat and played a game, I'd just want to be doing this instead. And part of me thinks, no, I need to sit down and play a game one day and just relax. There's nothing wrong with doing that. So I can't even think, in all honesty. I've dabbled in games. I remember attempting to do a Final Fantasy 12 playthrough recently, but I never finished it. I played a bit of Horizon Zero Dawn, and again, I stopped playing it. Don't know why, because it's really fun. But when Cyberpunk 2077 comes out, I'm going to be playing that on release day. That's one game I'm going to be playing, so I'm really excited for that one. I'm generally a very big fan of that studio. I adore The Witcher, and I 100%ed The Witcher 3 actually, so I'm excited for Cyberpunk. Tretorio, so he's the bad guy. He's one of the bad guys. So yes, you could say he's the main bad guy right now if we look at our list of antagonists. Some of the other antagonists we've got seem more like their side antagonist characters that are part of like factions perhaps. But this guy stands out right now as like the bad guy, for sure. But nothing's set in stone. We don't know how things are going to change or what other antagonists might be introduced. But I know our world is going to be full of antagonists. You know what I mean? There's going to be many factions, many groups of people, and like interesting characters among the groups of people. And yeah, but he definitely stands out as one of the key antagonists right now. And Raindrop Laundering, I know, right, Anti-Cake. And I like how he has traitor in his name. I know, that's definitely the joke with him. It's quite amusing, actually, how he's got that in his name. And it definitely fits with the humour of Raindrop Chronicles, for sure. Because we have a bit of light-hearted humour in our game. The fact we got living barrels kind of shows that, but at the same time there's still potential to sort of introduce some very interesting themes. Barrels, existentialism and all that kind of, we can go really deep if we want to, but it's fun. Hi Living on Edge, how are you doing? It's good to see you. How are you doing, Edge? We've missed you. I hope you've been well. And Stuart, thank you so much for that follow. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're having a wonderful day and a good Monday. And I hope when I stream again on Wednesday it's cold. I'd really like the cold weather back, please. That would be brilliant. So I'm just getting this guy's images done. So that's done, the banner's done, and the sprite's done. I'm being super slow because I'm so busy talking with you all. So, now where is this sprite hiding? The sprites are very disorganised. I need to reorganise all my folders. There we go, he's here. Working, have Monday off today. Oh, that's nice, having a day off on Monday. I hope you're having a nice chill day, Edge. Oh golly, my raindrops. Oh my goodness, Edge, you got lots. You got a lot of raindrops there, buddy. Well done. Close. That's Edge being a long time viewer of our stream. All those secret raindrops you've been stashing all these years. More than I thought I had. Yeah, and you're nearly in the top 40 as well. How cool is that? Raidu, honestly Raidu, I'm mega impressed because when you think about it, you've not been here long, Raidu. You're one of our newer like people that have been hanging out here. I mean, when was it when you found my stream? Was it March? April? Might have been even later than that, and you're already like 27. I appreciate that, Raidu. It's been over 3 years now. I know. I recently hit 3 years of streaming recently. Pretty crazy, guys. Because I've only been doing Raindrop Chronicles for a year, just over a year now, but I don't usually count the first several months of the project because it was very like sporadic. We didn't do it often. I'd only stream it once a month, and I wasn't like doing it all the time either. It was just very casual at the start. So I don't tend to count the first several months of the project, but we have been doing it on stream for over a year, and I'm really glad I made the decision to exclusively focus on it, because I think it's going well. I'm happier as a creator doing this than I was when I was a variety streamer, and I think we've got an even better community too, and it's really cool, and I'm really happy. Oh nice, I jumped 3 spots today. Yay, you've gone up. Doesn't seem like it's been that long. I know, it's gone so fast, hasn't it? My gosh, where's time go? Only 15 more hours and you're at 1k. Vagabond has been counting. You could put 10 PM in front of his name to give him the title of Prime Minister. That's possible too. I mean, it's only his little avatar, but on his actual profile we might put the full title in then, so there's more context to him. I love how much this is taken off. I'm so excited for this. Oh, thank you, Edge. I appreciate that. We're still we're like, you know, a pretty small community here, but I like that it's close knit. I like that what we are, like how it's all going so far. But I'm always really happy to see people discover it and find out about it. Of course, as someone who's creating something, we all want as many people to know about what we're doing. Get word out and people find out about the awesome project. You know, it's always very exciting to see that. Yeah, it was April. I know, and that hasn't been that long when you think about it, but it feels like we've known each other forever, Radu. It's crazy. Time goes fast and slow at the same time. Okay, so how we do this, because this walking sprite here is the default RPG Maker walking sprite, but for our lore Bible, I obviously do it a bit differently. I just grab these middle ones. Let's get rid of these. So it's a little bit of setup to get these images organised, but it's really worth it because we get a really cool, awesome visual lore Bible. So, and because it's like that, I'm going to just rotate him so we can fit him on. Oh, where's he gone? Why is he hiding? There. 200%, yeah, it's doubled. And the good thing is, I mean, I'm sure a lot of you already know this because I've got creative pros in my chat, but if you don't happen to know and you want to enlarge pixel art, always make sure you put it on nearest neighbor, and it works. You get really sharp looking nice pixel art, but it has to be resized with the same ratio, if that makes sense. You can't have it, if you have it 100, you've got to do 200%, 400%, etc. You can't like do 250% or something because it'll look weird. There we go. And I'm going to use my character as a template so we can get in position properly. And since we've done the raindrop increase, we're getting less character submissions now, which is what I expected and the reason why I increased it, because we were getting quite a lot of submissions, and that's always very exciting. But at the same time, we got to think about the project and its longevity and the fact that we don't want 1,000 NPCs. I mean, we want loads, don't get me wrong, we want the world to be populated, but we want to at least be able to keep up too, like. So it's that right balance. Will the game have voice acting at all, or is it all text? It's going to be all text. I have thought about voice acting, but in all honesty, I think about the future of the game, translation. Like, I mean, I would love to translate the game to Japanese, but I've heard it's very expensive to do that, especially if there's a lot of dialogue. It can be a very expensive thing, but that would be a dream of me to be able to translate it to Japanese, because there's a big interest there in these kind of games there, and I love how creative Japanese people are, and cosplay and the crafts, and it would just be very appealing to broaden it to that. And with voice acting, then you can't no longer do that, I guess, and it just becomes a very expensive thing. But I think text-based, it's a bit easier because we can get more ambitious with the amount of dialogue we have, and because this is a game about branching paths and choices, we'll probably get a lot of dialogue. So there would be a lot voice acting to do. Maybe a fan dub, yeah. So it all depends. Like, for me, things like voice acting, if it's going to be done, it has to be done well and professionally, otherwise it can make the game feel a little bit tacky if it's not done like properly. But it can definitely work very well for a game if it is professional. But then at the same time, like I say, you're limited more, I suppose, once you introduce voice acting. So it just depends on the vision of the project, but I feel like the text is working well for the sort of game we're trying to make, for sure. And the fact it's an old school RPG to a lot of degrees, and it's kind of that, giving that nostalgia feeling to us retro RPG lovers, and the text-based RPGs definitely do that. Also, I rotated him wrong. It can be a bit of a bit of a thing to get this right. I probably could do this in a more organised way with this sprite thing, but it can be a bit tricky. But I think we're done now. Just gotta just shift them around a bit. Just all the repositioning things, you know, it can be a bit of a... I mean, I could temporarily enlarge the canvas, I suppose, and then I wouldn't have to do the rotating thing. That's always a way to do it as well, I suppose. There we go. I've just realised he's got the same hair as me. The only thing is he doesn't have the bangs. He has the same hair. We go to the same hairdressers. It's funny. Also, I've accidentally chopped a bit off. That wasn't clever. There we go. I can't voice out my character, I'm too country for it, yeah. And right, Rose, I gotta dip, but I talked to you saying, take care, Mia. Thanks for hanging out and being fabulous. I hope you have a fabulous Monday. And yeah, that's the thing Ray do. It just adds more, you know, if I was going to do it, I probably wouldn't expect you guys to do the voice acting, because then we have to rely on community members having a good mic and being good at voice acting as well. So it just adds more. It's just more easy for us to stick to text-based, you know, with our current plans and our current visions for what we're doing. I mean, sometimes things like scope and plans for the project can always evolve and change as time goes on. But yeah, you know, it always just depends on what's the best direction. Was I meant to do that? I think, was that Rose's character? Anyway, let's just... Do you know why he had extra pixels there? I think it makes more sense to get rid of them. There we go, I think it's all good. Cool, so I'm gonna save this, get his profile in now. So yeah, we've not like got loads done today in terms of getting profiles in, but we've got Rex and Chub Cheeks, his characters in there. Between now and Wednesday, I might get a couple more in, a few more. I'd like to do that. I think it'd be super productive to do that. But at the same time, I'll be working on making sure the Everbloom Forest maps are going well too. So little Bible images, let's just get him saved. Because I really want to get this all done by the end of Friday's stream. I'd want to see all our characters up, so I'll see if I can pace myself to get them all done, so that is a realistic and achievable goal. Because next week I want us to move on to the next stage of things. Hi Turkey, I like your name. Oh my god, frog emote. I love it. Frogs are underrated animals. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for hanging out with us. Okay guys, making a game is tough. Yeah, it's definitely a task, that's for sure. You need a lot of passion. You need determination and passion and motivation and everything. You need it all. Could do this, much respect. Oh, thank you, Turkey. It all depends. It all depends on what you want to do with your life, doesn't it, guys? For me, if I wasn't doing this, I wouldn't know what else to do. I've always I kind of have to do something creative, and I get a lot of joy from seeing something be created. So yeah, it all depends on what you want to do and I'm sure whatever you do, Turkey, that it's awesome as well. We all do awesome things in our own ways. I like your accent. Oh really, you've got a strong accent too? Oh really, that's cool. Awesome. I appreciate that though. I always get quite a lot of compliments on my accent, funnily enough. So yeah, I'm very getting a bit of an ego about it because of all the compliments I get. So I appreciate it. Nah, not really, guys. I never get an ego, really. I'm too nice. But I've definitely got a lot more confidence about my accent since all the kind words. So folks, oh my goodness, why is it already the end of stream? I absolutely have no idea where time goes. Guys, I'm going to do a trivia, and this is a very quick one, and I apologise because it's such a... but I feel like we need to end the stream with one, and that's kind of what we'll do. There'll always at least be a trivia before the end of stream, so get used to that, guys. Okay, so what is Carol's goal? To find her family? Yes, Van was right. So, GG Van. You are really a pro with this, and it's awesome. It makes me happy to see people so into the trivia in the game and the lore in general. So, Van points. Van Delia 1. There we go. GG. And thank you for that follow as well, Turkey. I appreciate that. That's super kind of you. Thank you so much, Fang. Where's Mr. Radu? Probably work has decided to distract him at the wrong time. I'm assuming that's what the life of being at work is during my streams. Okay, guys. So I'm looking at who's online now, and I would like us to go over to Vagabond Dog, who is just hanging out in our stream, because Vagabond Dog is like decided to start streaming, and he's like a really cool indie dev. You might know of some of his games. So Sometimes Always Monsters was one he did, by the way. So I think we should go and say hello to him, because he hangs out with us and he's cool and pretty awesome. So exclamation mark raid. Excellent stream, Res. TY for making my day better. Thank you, National. Thank you. Now you are fabulous, and thanks for being fantastic and being such an awesome community member, an asset to our project. All of you, you're fabulous. It's already, I know, right? It goes so fast. Always goes so fast. Like, I stream like between 3 and 4 hours usually, and it feels like an hour. It feels like an hour at most every time. But that means you're enjoying it, so what can I say? But I'm gonna be back on Wednesday, everybody. So I always say I start at 2 p.m, but I tend to be a bit late. I tend to not restrict myself to a rigid schedule because it helps me creatively to not be on the clock, if you know what I mean. But I'll see you guys on Wednesday. It's great to see you all and hanging out. So let's get this raid set up.
Oh, this is.
And I think I've accidentally got his stream on while we're streaming too. There we go. So raid. Take care, guys. I will see you all on Wednesday. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out. You're all fantastic.